Well, it can't be said enough how important volunteers are to organizations, especially nonprofits like the American Cancer Society. And joining us today, Cheryl Eddy. She's a Senior Development Manager, and to tell us more about volunteers. So thanks for joining us, Cheryl.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, so I assume your organization does rely on volunteers for a variety of different areas, right?
We do. We cannot do what we do without volunteers. And this week happens to be National Volunteer Week. But not only this week do we celebrate volunteers, we really celebrate them 365 days of the year. With the help of our volunteers, we have touched more than 54.5 million lives, which is a huge amount. And that's through patient support, research, guidance, treatment, transportation, and lodging. And so everybody that has played a role with us, we just want to thank you so much.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. And I assume it's one of those things where if they have an interest or something they like to do, you could probably find a spot with them in the Cancer Society.
Oh, absolutely. We have a spot for anybody. If you have a lot of time on your hands, if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, if you're a social person, if you want to be behind a computer, if you want to show up for a day of event, we have a couple events coming up. Our first one is June 6th. We have a golf outing at Shawnee Country Club, and we're always looking for volunteers. And then on Friday, June 17th, we have our Relay for Life of Lima. So we really invite every volunteer, anybody who's looking to get involved, to come out, check us out. If you want to be behind the scenes, great, we can find a spot for you.
Yeah, so many local programs, but then there's things that the Cancer Society sponsors, like, the Road to Recovery, where they drive people. I mean, there's just a lot of different options, right?
Yeah, and really that's anything that for anybody's interest. If you love to drive and you want to get out and about, we are looking for road drivers. If you really want to be cancer support to somebody, we really are looking for buddies. So it really doesn't, you don't have to. We'd love for you to come to our events, but you don't have to. There's many different avenues that we're always looking for volunteers.
Right. Is the easiest way to, contact you guys directly? How do you, become a volunteer? Because I assume some of the programs have training and where others might not so much.
Right. You can go to our website at cancer.org/volunteer, or you can reach me anytime. My number is 419-898-6187, and I'd be more than happy to point you in the direction of where your interests are looking for.
I assume the volunteers, they really get to meet new people and, become fast friends with some, depending on, and what areas they volunteer in.
That's so true. And our volunteers are great. We have so many amazing volunteers in Lima, and you really become part of a family and part of a wonderful group, and it's a great way to give back.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So become a volunteer for the American Cancer Society. As you said, you really rely on them in many different areas.
Absolutely. We would not be able to do anything we do without our amazing volunteers.
That's, good to hear. And so if more people have some time, give you a call.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.
Here are 5